Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Dak going to start out going to the air. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Prescott looks to throw on first. And this one taken in by Cephas. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. Quickly to Hawkinson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. Room here to run. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. Dancing to his left. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Now Prescott. That is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt.
Austin Seibert on 4th field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 13 carries, 52 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments in how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they snap him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. To Williams on a jet sweep. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 61 yards.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
Prescott on first down. He'll find Williams on the slant. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Prescott now. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. Seibert's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary. figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Herbert's throw taken in by Ridley here. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. The Chargers at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They were losers their last time out. Try to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A very quick pass to Ridley. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tyler Beatty, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Prescott. He gets this complete to Cephas. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 19-yard line.
Swift going to try up the middle. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Buying time to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defense.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Prescott, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Final play of the half. Prescott. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Chargers to take over, trying to erase the memory of last week when they dropped one to the Minnesota Vikings. They're in the driver's seat right now with the lead. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Here's Herbert. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. Open man is Samuel, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Herbert off of play action. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead holds at 8.
Those are the kicks that you worry you might have to confront again in the end. You had a chance to go up by 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter, but your kicker can't convert.
First down, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And just a yard to go here on second down. Here's Prescott. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Brought down in the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there, big fumble. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. On 2nd and 15 now. Herbert. That's Samuel. Caught left side. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. On first down, it's Herbert. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, You're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Back now at Ford Field. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a give up the middle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Tyler Beatty with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Lions 6. Jack Fox
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So here come the Lions now. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
From the 29, Prescott. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd and 11 now, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack.
Prescott's pass intercepted
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't...
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Calvin Ridley with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's good for the Lions.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Well, this is caught by Williams. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
Prescott looks to throw on first. The quick throw finds T.J. Hockenson. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. To the air again, Prescott. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Only needing 2 yards on second down.
8 yards on the pickup.
Prescott from the gun. And this one taken in by Cephas. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit is going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Prescott to throw it. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Second down and goal. Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Reynolds, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:06 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. To throw, Prescott. And that's caught by Williams. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Results were 4th down.
They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Here's Dak. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And this, not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer, Kttn, said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Trying to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for the Chargers, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.